Hi, I'm Carol with Let's Talk Dementia. I'm glad you're back with me today as we continue to learn more about dementia in its various forms and how to be the best caregiver we can be. So we've talked about what dementia is and we learned about reversible dementias, but today we're going to talk about those nasty, irreversible dementias. And I don't know if that's the kind of dementia your loved one has, but it is what my mama has. My mama is Vera. She is my heart. She was diagnosed in August of 2006 with Alzheimer's type dementia. If you take everybody that has reasons 2 through over 200, you add them up, they don't equal the leading cause of dementia in our world, which is the number one reason, which is Alzheimer's. So Alzheimer's is one of those irreversible dementias, but there are others. So let's talk about a few of them today. So with Alzheimer's being the leading cause of dementia, what is Alzheimer's? It's a good question. And we know now that Alzheimer's and dementia are not the same thing, that the dementia is a result of having Alzheimer's or some other issue going on in the body. So Alzheimer's is a disease of the brain. That's really what you need to know. We can talk about beta amyloid plaque, we can talk about tau and neurotransmitters and all those good things that sound so important, but when it comes down to the end, it is a disease of the brain. And when you realize that the brain is diseased, it helps you be a better caregiver. Let me tell you why. If your loved one had kidney failure and their kidneys were not working as they should, you would not go up to them and say, "Oh, come on, Dad, just last month your kidneys are working fine. You could go to the bathroom without any problem. What's your big deal? Get things going. You'll be all right. Get over it." You would not do that. That would be ridiculous. Yet we will go up to folks who have Alzheimer's or other types of dementia and go, "Oh, come on, you remember, you were there. Come on, you can think about it. You can do this. Go team." They can't do that. And that's really very frustrating for them. So when you understand that Alzheimer's is a disease of the brain, that the brain is actually dying and the person has no control over it all, then it helps you to be a better caregiver. The hallmark symptom for Alzheimer's is short-term memory loss. When you go to the doctor and you explain that your loved one is experiencing symptoms of dementia and they begin the testing process, they will ask you, what is the first thing you notice that was not quite right with your loved one? If your answer is short-term memory loss, the doctor's very quickly going to know that we're probably dealing with Alzheimer's. Now I say probably because it could be other reasons in that spectrum, but Alzheimer's is most likely going to be the result. Now everybody says you can't diagnose Alzheimer's with a 100% certainty until time of death with an autopsy, and that is true, but as of the last statistics I have read, with something like a 97% accuracy rate, a good neuropsychologist can diagnose Alzheimer's while we're still alive. Sometimes, and most of the times, it is done as a diagnosis of exclusion. As I said, there's over 200 reasons, and when we start backing up, and we know you don't have all of these, and we get down and there's only one left, we pretty much begin to think that what you have is Alzheimer's. The second leading cause actually of dementia in our country is vascular dementia. That's folks who've had a stroke. A part of their brain is drastically affected and now they can't function in society the way they used to. So vascular dementia is number 2. Other irreversible dementias are Parkinson's. So now what is the hallmark symptom of Parkinson's? It is not short-term memory loss, although that will come later in the process. The hallmark symptom of Parkinson's most often is a tremor or change in the gait and the way we walk. I refer you to Driving Miss Daisy. Do you remember her? She would sit in the back seat and she tremored, and that was part of her life. So Parkinson's is something that does bring about dementia. Parkinson's is what Michael J. Fox has and is dealing with it so wonderfully. Then there's Lewy body dementia. Lewy body dementia is very rare actually, but in my small work in the practice that I have come across 2 cases of Lewy body dementia, so that it brings about an irreversible dementia. There is a disease called Crutchfield-Hacken's disease. It's also known as mad cow disease. That's very rare, like 1 in a million. But get this, I know 3 people in my town who have had it and passed from it. 2 have passed from it. Is that incredible? And all of these folks were out of the country for an extended period of time. And so we can kind of bring it back that we know it happened. They were exposed to it or contracted it when they were out of the country, and it takes 20-25 years in this body doing its damage before we get physical symptoms, and the death normally will come within about 60 to 90 days. So that's just a few of the reversible or irreversible dementias. There are more, but they do change life, and they change life for the individual who has dementia, and they change life for the caregiver. I'm pretty sure it changes life for the caregiver more drastically than it does even the person with dementia, especially if that person with dementia is being cared for well. And being cared for well is hard work, and I understand that. That's why I want you to click on these videos. That's why I want you to learn good caregiving techniques. I want you to go to Amazon and get my books. They will help you, and I want to be here to be that source of good information, of knowledge, because we believe knowledge brings power, power brings hope, hope brings smiles. And we all need more smiles. Blessings and smiles on your day. Okay, it's time to giggle a little bit. So here's your funny for the day. It's called banking arrangements. It seems a banker fell overboard from a friend's sailboat. He floundered in the water. The friend grabbed a life preserver, held it up, not knowing if the banker could swim, and he shouted, "Can you float alone?" And the guy responded with, "Well, you would need some sort of collateral, but now is just not the best time to be discussing business." That's kind of funny. I like that one. Have a good day. Blessings and smiles.
Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel. When you subscribe, you'll be able to stay up to date on our latest videos, and all of the videos are free. Check out my book, Let's Talk Dementia. It is available on Amazon. The link is in the description below. Blessings and smiles.